Meet Vitamost owner Brian Bylsma. He's a natural health entrepreneur with a heart, educating and empowering people to take control of their cardiovascular health. Alongside nutrition researcher David Rowland, he brings to Canadians the original FLW formula. Also known as the Nutritional Bypass, FLW has been one of Canada's best-selling heart health supplements for over 30 years. He's also a National Nutrition Interview guest.
Hi, my name is Brian Bylsma, and I'm the Vice President of Vitamost Corporation. David Rowland is what I would term one of the founders of our industry. He's been in the Canadian natural products and the North American natural products industry since the late 70s, and one of what I would term the founding members of the Canadian natural products industry. Vitamost products are unique because they focus on conditions, health conditions. So many products within our industry tend to be very general in purpose, a general purpose multivitamin, a protein. Vitamost products tend to be more condition specific. So they'll take a condition, a health condition, and provide nutritional support for that health condition specifically. So as you look at a formula, Vitamost formula, it will not look like a necessary multivitamin, although it may have vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin C, and all the different minerals as well. There's a complex that's associated to a specific condition, whether that be cancer, cardiovascular disease, or digestion. Vitamost has an uncompromised dedication to effectiveness. So what we mean by that is one of the things that we look for are results. So if our patients, our consumers are not getting results with the products, we'll go back to the drawing board and create nutrients that and condition-specific nutrients that actually have the highest probability of effectiveness. Effectiveness so that the end consumer actually gets the result that they're looking for. David Rowland is a master formulator and has formulated all of Vitamost's products. He is one of the longest standing formulators in Canada and has one of the most successful products in our market over the last 30 years. This product is called Formula FLW, and it's lasted the test of time. For 30 years it's been the #1 arterial cleansing formula available on the Canadian health food market. David Rowland formulated the product FLW primarily because cardiovascular disease remains the #1 cause of death in North America and Canada specifically. And with so many people wrestling with cardiovascular disease, whether it's stroke, high blood pressure, cholesterol, or full-blown arteriosclerosis, he, after years of study, found that you could actually reverse arteriosclerosis through a nutritional program. And he's written a book called The Nutritional Bypass that outlines the whole program. The Nutritional Bypass program is a program of large amounts of nutritional supplements that cause the body to strengthen its immune system and deal with the root cause of cardiovascular disease. Many of us look at things like high blood pressure and cholesterol as the cause or the root of cardiovascular disease, when in fact they really aren't. The root cause of cardiovascular disease is a weakening of the immune system, damage to the muscle layer of the artery, which then later impacts things like blood pressure and cholesterol. By dealing with the root cause of cardiovascular disease, Formula FLW and the Nutritional Bypass program bring together high amounts of vitamins and minerals, amino acids, and spleen, adrenal, and thymus concentrates to boost the body's defense mechanisms, boost the immune system so that your body can heal itself. Our bodies have the innate ability to heal themselves, and when they do, they can reverse many degenerative diseases, including cardiovascular disease. FLW is a fantastic product for anybody over the age of 35 or 40. We see in a lot of the research across Canada, Statistics Canada will actually echo this, that cardiovascular disease, cholesterol, high blood pressure, full-blown athero or arteriosclerosis is being seen in the cardiovascular trees or the circulatory trees of people even earlier than 30. So it's a fantastic preventative nutritional supplement for people that may have a family history of heart disease. But even as you get older, 35, 40, 45, and 50, you could use, from a preventative standpoint, Formula FLW just to prevent the onset of cardiovascular disease and to strengthen your cardiovascular tree. If you have any of the early warning signs of cardiovascular disease, whether that be high blood pressure, angina pains, tightening of your chest, pain in your legs when walking, shortness of breath over light to moderate exercise, these are all early warning signs of cardiovascular disease, and Formula FLW would be a fantastic choice from a multivitamin. For people that have been told by their doctors that they have cardiovascular disease, whether that has been a past stroke or they've had bypass or they have had stents put in, these are the target market for the nutritional bypass program and Formula FLW. I first met Darren Firth, the owner of National Nutrition, in the mid-90s, 1996, and was just blown away by his dedication to ensure consumers get the most effective products, education, and consumer support that they could get. When I first walked into the new location in Aurelia, I was just blown away by the size, the scope, the cleanliness of the store, the fantastic staff, the friendliness of the staff, their willingness to support and educate every consumer, the willingness for Darren and his staff to bring in products to ensure that people got the most effective, the highest quality products available to them. The store in the new location is just a flagship store really across Canada on how we should be interacting with consumers, engaging consumers both through websites, e-commerce, as well as having a friendly staff for people that walk into the front door. At National Nutrition, some of the greatest changes I've seen in the last 4 years was an increase in supply, continued dedication to education for the consumer, a focus on education on a broader scale, not just when you come in one-on-one to the store, but to really take education about natural products and alternatives for your health to ensure you as a consumer lead a healthy and abundant life. I've seen that education drive outside the four walls of this building and expose themselves to a greater community. I've had the opportunity to take in a couple of seminars, and I'm thrilled to be part of this seminar on February 26th. And I hope to see a packed house at the Opera House in Aurelia. We're just really thrilled to be able to partner with National Nutrition. I've been in the natural products industry for about 20 years now, and very few people have inspired me to the level that David Rowland has. David Rowland's dedication to effectiveness, his ability to filter out the noise of marketing and get to the root cause, the heart of a health condition, and then create natural supplements around that has been fantastic. There's so many products that we can get bombarded with information about, and it can become utterly confusing. And what David's ability to do is distill all that information and get to the root cause. People find David Rowland inspiring because of his ability to get to the heart of the matter. He has a dedication for effectiveness. He's got a dedication for what really concerns you as a person, and he will do whatever it takes to provide you with the insights that you require to attain optimal health in your life. Stories from consumers that I've had the privilege to hear from where a formula or a book that David Rowland has written or created has changed their life. A very tangible story for me is a gentleman that I met in the early 2000s. At the time, he was living a healthy and abundant life, but 10 years prior to that, his life story was significantly different. He had come down with cardiovascular disease and had was going in to have his second bypass surgery, and the doctors basically said that they couldn't do anything to him. His body was in such disarray and so weak he wouldn't recover from surgery, and they basically gave him the instruction, go live the rest of your life as best you can. And it was something that really was a defining moment for this gentleman, and he followed his wife into a health food store, asked the clerk in the store what he should be taking for his condition of atherosclerosis, and the clerk in the store instructed him to read the book, The Nutritional Bypass Program, to which he then said, okay, this book is going to tell me that I got to take a product, So I'd like to buy that product right now. That product was David Rowland's Arterial Cleansing Formula, Formula FLW. If we flash forward a couple of months into him taking the program, and his wife attested to this when I interviewed them, he was able to now walk about 200 yards without suffering from severe angina, which for years up into that point he could not walk without hanging onto the wall while he rested to recover from severe angina pains. When I interviewed him a number of years later, he was sharing a story where he and his wife went down to visit a family member in Florida, and his sister-in-law answered the door and she didn't recognize him. His energy was up, his color was up, he had no longer any signs of cardiovascular disease whatsoever. The doctors then, when he went back for a checkup, couldn't believe the state of his arterial tree, the health. All the blockages that they had seen prior to that were no longer in existence, and they gave him a clean bill of health. I interviewed him 12 years after the doctors had given up on him. We hear stories like that daily at Vitamost, and they're just a privilege to hear because they inspire us to continue doing what we do. EDTA chelation therapy is the injection of a synthetic amino acid that your body doesn't recognize or utilize, that gets put into your bloodstream, and it pulls minerals out of your bloodstream. The challenge with EDTA is its price. It's fairly expensive. You need about 30 to 40 sessions at around $100 to $150 per session. It does do the trick. It will pull calcification and plaque buildup out of your arterial wall. One of the challenges with EDTA chelation therapy, although it's great on an emergency case, it doesn't deal with the root cause. If you no longer embed lifestyle changes into your day, if you don't take a nutritional supplement that will help your body's immune system recover, the chance of that plaque buildup returning again is very high. So for those people that can afford it, that have the time, there's a great blend of EDTA chelation and the arterial cleansing formula, Formula FLW. And for those people that are looking for just the arterial cleansing formula, after 5, 6, or 7 months, depending on your age, the arterial cleansing formula will not only clear out your arteries, but will also deal with the root cause and restrict the ability of arterial plaque from surfacing again. If I were to describe National Nutrition in one word, it would be excellence. If you, a family member or a loved one, has heart disease, I'd like to invite you personally to attend a free seminar sponsored by National Nutrition on February 26th at the Aurelia Opera House, where you will learn more about how diet, exercise, and nutrition can help provide cardiovascular strength to you and your family.